I hate men. And I wanted to make this video because it came to me yesterday. I was just so angry after a debate, and it was on the subjects of men and the perspectives of, oh, women hate men. Watching a bunch of YouTube videos, psychologists, everybody's concerned. Misandry is quite serious. It's messing up the dating market, fudging up everything, and everything's going horribly wrong because women are terrible, evil creatures who want to get rid of men. And this angers me because we don't want to speak on why the anger is there. We just want to say, oh, women are horrible. They're making money now. They think they know everything. They think they can do anything. They don't need men. And that's why they hate them. But I'm like, so we're just gonna ignore the decades, centuries of injustice and just horribleness that has happened, and we're not gonna point out like all the real things that women go through that leave these marks, traumas, hurt in them, so much so they get so angry because they're crying out and no one hears them. They're crying out, you're hurting us. We can't do this. We want to live. We want to be free. We're not trying to hurt nobody. We just want to love. We just want to XYZ. Screaming. And instead of sitting down to think, why are women angry? What is this hate? We think to say, oh, they hate men. And I understand. Once upon a time, things were reversed. And we got here kinda why women have gotten so much more outspoken about male hatred. I used to hear this a lot. I've had conversations with men. Oh, male hatred has been a thing in media since the 90s, maybe even a little bit before then. And so women since then it's just been hateful rhetoric in the media against men. And so that's why we're here, because before there was definitely the feels of hatefulness towards women. And the reason why, because once upon a time we used to say men hate women, and we even still say that. And I want to debunk a lot of these things, because sure, there are some people who do hate the opposite gender and have been hurt by them and have totally gone off the rails and into hatred. That is not the majority. The majority are hurt. They want to be heard. They want to be seen and understood. And all of this would go away if everything would take a pause. Stop blaming all feminism, feminists, you're a feminist, or this or that. You just want you just want men to suffer. You just want men to whatever. You don't care about men. Let's maybe take a pause and ask, why are you so mad? Why are you angry? When we ask these questions, we will get to the root of the problem. Same thing for men, because nowadays, and it's getting worse, because as women become more outspoken about their feels and angers at men, more men, for one, men have been doing this, and I really think it's getting less, but who knows? You can maybe correct me in the comments. I'm trying to stay up off of social media more and more, but when I was deeper in social media, I definitely saw this almost tit for tat game women and men are playing, where men are doing this, oh, who can be meaner to each other. Men and women are doing this. Who can be meaner and hateful to each other because we've just been together for so long that we've been abusing each other, and now it's gotten to a point where we can't stand each other. And I would just hope to speak out on my own journey on this, because I've had to heal my own heart and cleanse, help work on my heart spiritually to heal these things of my, I guess, misandry and hatred towards men. And so yesterday, had a whole conversation on what I just expressed and what's been plaguing me what's been plaguing me and on my heart and kind of annoying is the fact that I'm hearing all these reasons as to why women are angry or why we're seeing what we're seeing, but we're not really getting real answers as to why women are angry. Like going into the details of relationships, going into the details of family history, what women grew up around, what they saw, what they ended up getting into, like what the experiences they've been having in these relationships. That's why people are mad. People are not just inherently hating men because they were just born a male. They went through things and or saw others go through things, and now we're here. And because none of the men, most men, are not doing this, yeah, we fucked up. Yeah, we were doing XYZ to y'all for so many years and centuries. We understand your anger. We're sorry. We're not getting that. We're getting, oh, you're just angry. You just hate us. You're horrible. And just more and more piling it on. And so the people will ask, do you see any of this getting better? I don't know. If these things continue, no. What will heal the dating market? What will help all of this to go away or at least dissipate a little? What will heal end this gender war, heal men and women, is like the deeper self-reflective work to one, like reflect on your anger and like really sit with it. Don't say nothing to nobody. Don't bring your experience in. Don't bring nobody into this experience, because what I'm finding nowadays is a lot of this speaking out about our feelings and expressing them. These were things that were supposed to be in therapy. We were supposed to say them. The therapist is supposed to give us assignments. We're supposed to work through them and then be done with them. Never to be heard about again, talked about again. What happens now with social media? We get to talk about these things. We ruminate, and it becomes more and more. It becomes a cycle, a pattern, and now every week, every day, till the end of time is going to be the same content, same things being said, repeat on repeat. And so literally, if you want to heal, the only way this is going to get better is if men and women want to heal for themselves, for the future. Unless that's there, we're not going to get anywhere. And that's really the only reason why this generation is suffering, and more generations will suffer. Once you lose sight of the past, your ancestry, what happened before, what can we take from what happened before to use for today? Once you stop doing that, children aren't doing that no more. We're not doing that no more. We don't think of, okay, what will their future be? What preparations do we need to make for those who will be coming like next onward? We don't do that, and we lose sight of all of this. And so what needs to happen is basically what I realized happened to me yesterday, because I was real angry. I woke up. I'm done. I hate men. Like, I'm tired. Like, I'm done. Because y'all don't see, y'all don't care. Y'all do this to us, and you just don't care. I was just angry. But I prayed. I woke up, prayed some more. Because I just woke up with the thought of, and just sat in my spiritual time to really meditate on this and think to myself, journaled, and it was funny because it was like the journal prompt. Well, I would say journal prompt, but my journaling started with this revelation, or started with me expressing this feel to myself of, I really hate men. And as I continued writing, it's just the funniest thing popped into my head. And it was, I know, I'm not trying to make this a religious, spiritual thing, but I know it was, that just spoke that to me for me to see and realize there are good men. I understand the ladies will get angry and say not all, when the people say not all men, but it dawned on me, like, it just came to my brain, like, it must be really hard to be a good man. Like, can you fathom that as a woman? I don't know if you can, can your brain truly handle in this world what it is to, actually be a good man? Honest, good to women, good to people, servant, leader. To do this as a woman, be a good woman, is hard as hell. I can only imagine, especially today, in 2026, what it must be like for a man to be good today. Because it's quite easy for me to be shitty. And I thought to myself, it must be really hard. Because I know how it feels as a woman who's trying really hard to not be a garbage person, to not be a garbage woman, to not be hateful, to not be out here bitter, angry at men, angry at people, angry at women, angry at the world. To actually be a good person, to be a servant, to help, to love, to enjoy life. I understand already how hard it is to be as a woman. But as a man, when I don't have to, can you imagine, when women are asked if they were a man, what would they do? They usually say some off the wall shit. When people ask if you have superpowers, you know how they usually say they want invisibility to rob a bank. You can tell, if I was a man, I could do whatever the fuck I want. Screaming. That's the thoughts. I'm a man. I don't have to listen to your... And if I do, I can, I can, finesse the things so I can do what I want. I don't have to do none of this. I could literally just be a piece of shit. I don't have to be a good man. That's not a requirement. And to decide for yourself as a man, I want to follow rules. I want to try to follow rules. I want to treat women good. I want to treat people good. I want to be a good person. Can you imagine how hard that must be for a man? And when this thought came into my brain, into my heart, it was like my journaling flipped. It was now in a more compassionate, graceful tone, and I was like, what just happened? Healing is an interesting thing. I am going to talk more on these things, and then I have another channel. If you want more spiritualness, I'll be doing more on there. But if you really want love, if you really want happy, harmonious relationships as a woman, you gonna really have to heal. And this is a everyday. Because I swear, before yesterday, I was loving men and excited and saying all the things and still kind of angry at certain things, but I thought I was doing pretty good. And then yesterday, I was like, I'm done. And so healing is an interesting journey. And then I realized, because of my own experience, if that happened to me, I can only imagine how it must be for men. To one day, you're trying to do this work, and then a woman does XYZ. And that completely takes away all of the work you did to be a nice gentleman. Or you went into a relationship and all of that's like, this is what happens to us people. And you have to constantly keep working at it, constantly keep doing this. And because not only I know this for myself, I'm realizing this must be the experience for men, for other people. And so this allowed me to give like grace. Like it made me realize I can give grace because men are trying to do good. The ones who are really trying, like it's already hard enough. And to have to deal with like the women of your species expressing anger after anger after anger. Like, can you imagine how hard that must be? To not hear nothing good about yourself, to not feel like you're valuable. And when you are, if you are, it's because you have to do something for me. You're not just valuable because you just exist. Like, that's the reality a lot of men are living, to where it's like, I can understand. I understand their anger. I'm not excusing it, and I'm not excusing it for women either. But the hatred, it makes sense. I can understand why you're mad at women. Especially if you're a good man and you know you are like part of the good man crew. Y'all been fighting to like help us to do XYZ for us, and we keep lumping y'all in with the rest of the heathens. And you mad. And I understand, and I'm sorry. On behalf of the Black woman delegation, I am just so sorry. Like, and a lot of women will not come here unless they do this work. But if you're a man watching this, understand that there are women doing this work, and you have to understand, like, I understand, like, shit happens to people. You're not supposed to hold on to these things. And it's so easy to say all these things of how to not be a shitty person, how to not hold on to these things and let it turn you into hatred and darkness. So easy to make those words. But the reality of that is not easy. It's not that easy at all. And so if you can understand, please hear me today. We are doing the work. We want to love you. Be patient with us. Sometimes we get so deep into our own emotions, our traumas, our fears, that we forget y'all. And it's scary. I want to cry right now because I'm not though. Whew. It's just scary as fuck to do this, to be here, like to be a human, like as a woman. But it dawned on me, this journal prompt, men are scared. That blew my mind. And I had to sit there. Men scared? Men be scared. I'm actually sending some more because I forgot about, like, I wrote it all at the time, but like that still like is blowing my mind. Men be scared. This is why they act this way, just like us. We are scared. We get scared. We say bullshit. We say things about anger. We forget ourselves, forget everyone else, and get so caught up in our emotions, and we're just shouting angry. I'm so sorry. I wish these things would be fixed, but I cannot fix them. I can only share these things so that, in hopes that men will heal, relationships will do better, last longer. And I know the things have been said because the anger is that women, and how 70% of divorces is because women are leaving, and we're just angry that women are the reasons why relationships are not working nowadays. And I'm like, oh, how are we going to fix these issues if we don't look deeper? Like, that's not the problem. We can't blame men, blame women. Like, that's like the most surface level reasonings as to why all of this is happening. It's not like, anyways, I'm sorry, this was long, but this is going on YouTube, so we could be gone. First video. Anyways, I'll probably expound and make a shorter video. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy this channel. This is my first video for here. I'm quite excited to see how this goes because I have a lot to say. And I just want men and women to heal. I want the terrain to look better and for it to get back to love again. It to get back to the idea that men and women not loving each other, that being like foreign. Like, what is you talking about? Like, we love each other around here. Like, where is this? You're getting this from men not liking it? Men not liking women? Women not liking men? That's not normal, peoples. We need to get back normals. We need to reset, recalibrate, because this ain't it. Anyways, bye.